Hi guys, this is Brittany from Canadian Beats, and I have Amy Rose on the phone with me tonight. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Brittany?
I am good. It's a bit rainy here, just outside of Toronto, but
It
everything needs
is
a bit of
rainy.
rain.
You know what? But it held off for Halloween, so all is good.
I know, that's how I feel too. I'm so happy for everyone that went out and didn't get poured
Yes.
on.
And it was nice, too. Like, it was a tolerable weather. It wasn't too cold. It wasn't too warm. It was, like, honestly, it was the perfect night.
Yeah, I'm so happy for everyone. Like, I stayed in my pajamas and handed out candy, but
Nice.
perfect. So Amy, my first question for you tonight is, how did you get involved in the music industry?
Oh, good question. So this is going back. I was 5 years old, and we were down at a local fair down here in Barrie, Ontario called Promenade Days, and they had a singing competition. I was too young to enter. And at that point, my parents really didn't know that I could sing. They were like, they loved listening to country music, and I mean, that's all that was ever played in my house growing up. So we were down there, and I said to my mom and my dad, I'm like, I want to get up there and I want to sing, because we were watching all of these other people sing, and they were like, no, let's just watch. And I pulled a 5-year-old tantrum, right?
Yeah.
So they allowed me to get up and sing. I was too young to enter, but I sang "Stand by Your Man" by Tammy Wynette, sorry. And from that moment on, I got stuck doing it. I love it. You know what I mean? Like, that 3-minute song, I just got lost in it, and the rest is history from there.
That's awesome. So, what's the hardest part of getting involved in the music industry and, like, getting your name out there?
You know what? I would have to say, it's because of social media these days, it's so much easier than what it was going back like 15 years ago, right? Now everybody's got the Instagram and the Twitters and the Facebooks, right? So it's so much easier to connect with, other people around the world and get your music played out there. But I mean, in general, it's just, I don't know if it's so much hard. Like, I don't know if it's harder to get out there, but it's just, I don't know. That's a tough one. It's not hard to get out there nowadays. I think it's easier than what it was 15 years ago. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. That makes sense, though, that we have all of these different outlets, especially music outlets like Spotify or Apple Music, where you can play it.
Absolutely. And it plays in our favor. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It's good. It's a good tool to have, that's for sure.
So my next question for you, Amy, is now that we're getting ready for our next favorite holiday, you're releasing a new Christmas single, One More Sleep, on November 12th.
I am. I'm so excited about it. It's my first Christmas song.
That's awesome. What made you want to do a Christmas single?
You know what? I've always wanted to do a Christmas song, like going back probably like my earlier days. Like, oh gosh, when I was like 10 or 11, I used to sing Christmas songs all the time, because Christmas is my favorite holiday. It's my favorite time of year, right? So, I've always wanted to do it. And then with this song, I probably heard it about 6 or 7 years ago. It's originally done by Leona Lewis from the X Factor UK, and it's not your traditional country Christmas song, right? I mean, it's got a Motown vibe. It's not your Oh Holy Night or you're rocking around the Christmas tree. It's something different, right? And I heard it, and I knew right then and there that this was a Christmas song that I wanted to do, but I didn't have the opportunity at that point to do it. So I kind of tucked it away and, said I'm going to revisit it. And every year I would revisit it, but it wasn't the good opportunity. It wasn't, there at that point. And then this past summer, I was talking to one of my producers, Marty Beecroft, and I had said, what about, let's do a Christmas song, because I've always wanted to do it, and it was the perfect timing. Everything just laid out perfectly for it. We started pre-production in the summertime, and voila!
That's awesome. But you made a really good point that this song was originally done by Leona Lewis, which is not country. So what creative processes did you go to make it your own and make it unique to you and your genre?
Well, I wanted to definitely keep that Motown poppy sound to it, but I wanted to add a country flavor, because I really, really do. That was the one thing that attracted me to this song, was that Motown vibe, right? Because you don't hear it in a lot of songs nowadays. And so that was one of the things when we were talking about it during pre-production. I said, I do want to keep that Motown vibe, but I want to add that country flair, because I am a country artist. So that was my big thing going into the pre-production of this song. And I mean, Marty's brilliant in his own mind. I mean, I don't even have to tell him, you know, what my thoughts are, right? Because he's already got it brewing in his mind. And, you know, he worked with it, and everything that, you know, I had ever envisioned for this song, he made it happen. And that's what a good producer does, right? I mean, there's certain people in the industry, you know, that you work well with, and Marty just happens to be that person for me.
No, that's awesome. It's good when you can work with someone you trust and you know that they're going to help you produce the best music that represents you.
Absolutely, yes.
So, Amy, my last question for you of the evening is, what can we expect from you over the next year?
It's going to be busy. So currently right now, even though we're releasing this Christmas song, we've got a lot of press leading up to it. And then we're kind of, you know, just relaxing over the holidays and letting that kind of get out there. But come 2019, we're actually doing production on our next single, which should be released in April, probably April, May. May at the latest. I think they want to do the release for that. We're working on a New Zealand, Australia tour, which I'm very excited about that. And I'm looking forward to getting out and, you know, hitting some of these Canadian festivals and, you know, meeting the fans and just, you know, reconnecting.
That's awesome. Well, I wish you the best of luck with your new Christmas single coming out and going to Australia and New Zealand. That's absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm really excited about it.
I want to thank you for taking the time to jump on the phone with me, though, and talk about it and talk about this Christmas single and your favorite season.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Brittany.
Yeah, of course, and we'll talk soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.